Look, it's bloody goddamn hard to grow a successful gaming channel from scratch nowadays, because even if you follow all the advice from the YouTube gurus, and even if you're creating great content, there's still the little issue of competition. Put bluntly, there are a crap ton of people out there wanting to be successful on YouTube, and not to mention the slightly smaller but still crap ton of people who are already successful YouTubers. And all of this competition makes growing your gaming channel feel a little bit like treading water in steel boots. But there is a slightly controversial, granted, but framework nonetheless that, if you understand it and implement it correctly, can ethically eliminate the majority of all of this competition and help you get views and subscribers much faster. G'day, my name's Marcus Jones. Now, I used to suck at getting views and subscribers, but now I suck a little bit less. So I'm sharing my experiences to help you grow your gaming channel. And today I've got a really special video for you, because normally the only people who get access to the video I'm about to show you are paying students of my courses. But I really felt that I needed to share this content with you because I've been getting a ton of questions about this exact topic, and that is niching down. Now, you probably shuddered as I just said the word niche, right? Because so many YouTubers struggle with the thought of niching down. Like, we're variety gamers, we don't want to box ourselves in, right? But picking a niche, if you do it correctly, can be one of the most effective ways to get the ball rolling, which in turn can allow you to start branching out, and that allows you to start being able to play other games. So let's get stuck into the content.
Specifically in this video, I want to talk about what a niche actually is, and I also want to present the argument for niching down, because I know it's something a lot of creators struggle with. So bear in mind that as we go through this presentation, niching is one of the most complex topics to understand, right? So there will be some oversimplification in here, there will be some metaphorical truths, but I hope that by the end of this, I've made the clear points to you as to why niching can be so beneficial and how you can hopefully harness niches to grow your channel so much faster. So if you're trying to target everybody, you're targeting nobody, the old marketing / startup saying goes. And I would say that this saying is probably just as applicable to YouTube as it is a startup or a marketer. But let's take a quick step back. What actually is creating content for a niche? What are we talking about when we say that? Creating content for a niche is when you're creating a specific category of content for a specific type of person, sometimes called your target audience, who will religiously watch that type of content. Now, I know that might sound a bit jargony and might sound a bit vague, so let me provide you with a quick framework that can be very helpful in understanding how niches work and kind of what they look like, right? Let's call it a food chain. And at the top of the food chain, the top of the hierarchy, you have your market. So on YouTube, if we're a gaming YouTuber, our market will be the video game market. That is the broad overarching umbrella under which all the other categories, everything else sits under. Within the market, you have submarkets. So a submarket is a specific subset. It's a specific category within the market that is similar to the market and that is applicable to video games, but it's more specific. The video game market, within there, you might have submarkets like Call of Duty. Call of Duty is a video game, but Call of Duty is different to Fortnite, which is also very different to Overwatch. So those are submarkets. And then within submarkets, you can have these things called niches. So Call of Duty, you might have, say, Call of Duty funny moments specifically, or you might have Call of Duty news and updates creators, okay? And the same for all of these other niches. Now, you can even go one step further. In fact, you can go 1 or 2 steps further, right down to like a sub niche. So for example, if we're creating content for the video game market, we're in the Fortnite sub market, and we're creating Fortnite funny moment videos, there are different types of funny moment videos that you can be hitting on, because Fortnite is such a broad game and there are so many different funny moments that you might want to even segment further. So for example, Fortnite funny moments compilations, those community clip compilations, are very different and attract a very different type of person to someone who wants to watch, say, a Fortnite commentary video. Basically, the level of depth that you need to go down depends on the level of competition, which is something we'll discuss in another video. For now, I hope you're getting a bit of an idea as to how this whole hierarchy works. Basically, a good niche tends to be about 3 to 4 layers or levels below the general market. And as a gaming YouTuber in this instance, the general market is video games. Now, I want to make something clear, because after I show this example, a lot of people get confused on something. And that is, a niche is not just a specific content category of a certain game. Your submarket doesn't have to be just one game, and then you pick a category of that game. It is a lot simpler and it's a lot easier if you do it in that way. And this is generally the most popular and successful successful way to do things. But if you have a market that is the video game market, you could have a sub-market that is game reviews. So you're covering multiple different games, but your type of content you're creating is you're reviewing different games. And then within that, you could have a niche, you could have indie game reviews, or you might be a first-person shooter game reviewer. You could even go down to a sub-niche, which might be like indie first-person shooter game reviews. Now, I know this is a little bit complicated and the lines can be a little bit gray here as to like what is a niche, what is a sub-market, what is a sub-niche. But just remember, the niche tends to be 3 or 4 layers down. And the other thing you really want to remember that's really important about the definition we talked about earlier is that the content you're creating, a niche has to be a certain type of person or a certain gap in the market where that person will religiously watch that type of content. So the thing you need to ask yourself in this situation is there a type of person out there who religiously watches indie first-person shooter game reviews? Or is the indie first-person shooter game review niche, like, do people just check out indie first-person game reviews when they're looking at buying a particular indie first-person game, and so they'll watch your video and like they'll get value from it, but then they'll leave and never come back? So that's something you really need to think about. That's a really important part of this. In fact, the category is often less important than the type of person. Both need to interact with one another, but you need to be thinking not just about going a couple of layers down, but also about whether the people in that niche are actually going to interact with your content and on an ongoing level. Because at the end of the day, if you're not generating loyal subscribers, then you're going to struggle because you'll end up with a bunch of potentially one-hit wonders, and you're not actually going to build a loyal community within a niche. Okay, now this is normally around the point in the video where people are like, but Marcus, I'm scared of niching down. I enjoy making multiple different types of videos. I'm a variety gamer. I don't want to put all my eggs into one basket, because if that game goes downhill or if the trend dies or whatever, then I'm going to be stuck. And I want to make something clear here as well. Even though I am very supportive of picking a niche when you're first starting out, these objections are very valid. The problem is you can't have your cake and eat it too. Niching is not the perfect option. You won't be able to create random videos on random games whenever you feel like it if you want to be in a niche. If you put all of your eggs into one bad basket and that basket breaks, you end up going back to square one. Or in very drastic circumstances, you end up killing your channel. It's not some magical perfect pathway filled with sunshine and rainbows that you can leisurely skip along as you waltz your way to YouTube stardom, right? No, it has its cons, but in my experience, it's almost always the best option. The other pathways are so much more difficult than picking a niche, and that is because small YouTubers who niche down tend to have 3 major advantages. Advantage number 1, picking a niche reduces competition. Something you are probably very familiar with right now if you're a small creator is that YouTube is an incredibly tough ecosystem. With so many talented creators out there, it's almost impossible to compete for a bunch of these big games. So don't compete. When you pick a niche, you don't have to compete with the big guys. So let me give you a quick example of this, okay? So let's imagine that you are creating Minecraft Let's Plays videos. Let's Plays videos are a classic example of this because everyone loves making Let's Plays videos because they're fun, but everyone loves making Let's Plays videos, so there's 50 million of them. So let's imagine you're making Minecraft Let's Plays, and I've just done a quick Google search here. I haven't done any in-depth research on this, by the way. This is just to convey the principle I'm trying to show to you. And you can see here, I've just got a couple of results pop up at the top, and you can see some very large creators popping up, right? Next to their names, I've got a little extension installed where you can see the subscriber counts of these creators popping up. You can also probably see the view count of these videos. We can all see the big glorious face of Jacksepticeye himself. Already, you have a crap ton of competition if you are trying to succeed in the Minecraft Let's Plays niche. Now, let's look at what happens if we type up a slightly less competitive niche. Minecraft Horror Stories. Something you probably never heard of, but let's say instead you started a Minecraft Horror Stories channel. Have a look at the videos that are showing up here. We can see true Minecraft Horror Story. Look at this creator. He's only got a couple of thousand subs, not even. He's got 200,000 views. You can see another creator below there, not looking as good. I mean, only 4,000 views, and he's got like 40,000 subscribers odd. And then another one below that, quite a substantial amount of views. Again, small, relatively small channel. Another one below that, quite a large channel. Got a decent amount of views on the video, but we can see from the channel name that they're probably not like an established creator specifically in this niche. That was just a one-off video. Out of these 2 niches, which one would you, again, as a small creator just starting out, which one would you have the most success in? There's competition for both sides, but when we have a look at the Minecraft Let's Plays video, like, let's have a look at this. Like, there's so many big creators in that area. It'd be like the equivalent of you just being dropped onto the court in an NBA match and trying to like dunk on those players. Like, you would get your ass handed to you. And that's probably what's going to happen to you if you're in the Minecraft Let's Play arena, because just through one quick Google search, we can already see how ridiculously competitive it is. However, Minecraft Horror Stories, maybe. I don't know. I haven't done any research into this bar just simply typing in these different categories into YouTube. But already we can see the creators that tend to be grabbing the most amount of traffic for these types of videos, they're relatively small. And actually, if you probably watch these videos, there's probably a lot of room for improvement in them. And that means that it's going to be much easier for you to compete and to grow a following and grow a name for yourself within the Minecraft Horror Stories niche than you will be within the Minecraft Let's Plays niche, right? There's an old saying, I think it's more so for Google marketing, but they say, where's the best place to hide a dead body? On the second page of Google. And it's similar here on YouTube. The best place to hide a dead body is on the second page of YouTube because nobody goes there. And I guarantee you that if you're trying to do Minecraft Let's Plays videos, you'd be lucky to end up on the second page of Google. But I hope you've understood the principle I'm trying to convey here, and that is that focusing on a niche where there is still demand, but there aren't any big YouTubers who are consistently supplying that demand, then all of a sudden the problem of competition becomes a much smaller problem. So that's a really big advantage to picking a smaller niche. Secondly, picking a smaller niche means you will end up with a more subscribable channel. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, let me show you. See, the number one reason most people become a loyal subscriber of a channel is because that channel posts content that viewer wants to watch. It sounds pretty simple, but like, think about it. When you subscribe to a channel and actually become a loyal subscriber of that channel, not just like hit the button to show the creator that you appreciate what they post, but you actually subscribe to them and you end up engaging with a bunch of those videos, giving that creator lots of views, watch time, comments, all that kind of thing. Normally, the reason why you do that and you subscribe to that person is because you genuinely enjoy their content. That is one of the biggest reasons why generalists struggle to get loyal subscribers compared to people who pick a niche, right? So let me give you a quick example. Now, a little stat for you to keep in mind as we go through this example. About 40% of people subscribe on the channel homepage. Now, on with the example. Imagine you're a small yet aspiring gaming YouTuber. Close your eyes, imagine you're that person, hopefully it's not too hard. And now I want you to imagine that somehow you ended up on this channel page, the Grey War Gaming channel, my channel, right? Now, let's have a look at some of the videos here. We've got On Feeling Depressed for YouTubers. We've got Top 9 Budget USB Mics. We've got This One YouTube Mistake Will Keep You Small. We've got How to Get Thousands of Views and Subscribers by Trend Surfing. We've got the Best Productivity Apps for YouTubers. We've got, how to get more views and subscribers by promoting your videos. We've got How to Grow Your Gaming Channel, 11 Small YouTuber Tips, right? You get the idea. Look at all of these videos. They are all targeted to helping gamers grow their YouTube channels. Now, imagine, remember, you're an aspiring YouTube gamer trying to grow your channel. If you landed on this page, how likely would you be to subscribe? Now, obviously the variables for this are relatively complicated, but for the sake of this example, let's make everything really simple. Let's break this whole thing down, and the 13 videos you can see on screen, let's divide them up into percentages. Each video makes up about 7.69%. Now, remember when we went through those videos previously? You as a gaming YouTuber hitting this channel page, you're probably interested in like all of these videos. I've excluded the channel trailer because the channel trailer is a channel trailer, but let's just say that out of the videos that you can see, you're interested in about 12 out of 13 of them on screen. So if we add up the percentages, and we remember that the reason people subscribe is because they want to watch more of that type of content. If we just look at that using this, again, oversimplified example, we can see that there's about a 92.28% chance that you will subscribe because there are so many videos on this channel that you are interested in. Now, let's go through this example one more time, but let's change something up. Let's imagine that you landed on the Grey War Gaming channel page, but the channel page looked more like this. You've got Bike Stunt 3D Racing. You've got On Feeling Depressed for YouTubers. So we've got a YouTube video in there. We've got my morning cooking stream, Cooking Fever, right? We've got the Poppy Playtime meme. We have car games. We have Call of Duty streaming. We have Zaya asked for a PvP rematch. Insane in brackets, right? Clickbait right there, master. Yo-Yo's first Google video. We've got some FIFA stuff going on. We've got Minecraft stuff. Down in the bottom right-hand corner, we have one more video that's related to growing your YouTube channel. But overall, we can see it is pretty general. Let's run through our previous simple calculation. Let's divide all those videos out into the percentages. And now let's look at how you, as a gaming YouTuber, an aspiring gaming YouTuber, how likely you would be to be interested in any of these videos. Well, we've got the On the Feeling Depressed for YouTubers video, so that's kind of related to what you're looking for. We've also got down the bottom right-hand side, we've got one video that's about how to get more views and subscribers as a gaming creator, right? But all up, there's a chance that you might be interested in some of these other videos, but it's unlikely. When we really look at this realistically, there's a chance that you're probably only interested in about 2 out of 13 of the videos you can actually see on screen. So if we actually add up the percentages of this, we can see there's about a 15% chance that you'll subscribe and actually become a loyal subscriber and watch videos and stuff. If we look at these two examples, the niche channel, there's a 92% chance that you'll subscribe, and on the generalist channel, there's only really 2 videos that you're actually interested in. So like the chances of you subscribing are much lower. And if we use this rough formula that we've got laid out here, the chances are about 15%-ish, right? So remember the saying from the beginning of this video, if you try and target everybody, you target nobody. Sure, as a generalist, you might appeal to a broader targeted audience. I might have a bunch of different videos here, and so theoretically, my channel appeals to a much larger variety of people. But with the generalist channel, I can only kinda please everyone. My niche channel, the left example here, is appealing to a much smaller subset of audience, but that subset of audience are far more likely to actually become loyal subscribers, okay? Again, this is just an example to illustrate a point. I understand that this calculation is totally off. There will be other factors that influence things like that. You know, the previous video that you watched, whether the person scrolls down and sees other videos, how long ago the videos were posted, all that kind of thing, right? Again, I hope you get the point I'm trying to make here. With a niche channel, niching down gives you the ability to make a channel that 5% of people will love, not a channel that 95% of people might kind of maybe possibly like. And I believe that this more targeted approach, regardless of the fact that technically you're appealing to less people, it's a far more superior strategy if you want to convert and build a loyal community of followers. Finally, my third argument is that picking a niche allows you to master faster. Niching down helps you avoid the jack of all trades, master of none trap, okay? If you are splitting your efforts between multiple different types of videos, it means it's going to take you much longer to master a particular type of content than if you had just stuck to one type of content, right? It's kind of like going to the gym. Imagine you're at the gym. Will you get better results doing 10 reps of one exercise or 1 rep of 10 exercises? Overall, you'll probably get better results doing 10 reps of one exercise. Bruce Lee said that he doesn't fear the man who practices 10 kicks 1,000 times each. Rather, he fears the man who's practiced one specific kick 10,000 times, who's become a master. And that's why the creator who makes content for a niche will improve their content quality far quicker than a person who involves themselves in multiple different niches, trying to create a variety of different random videos depending on which way the wind's blowing that morning. And so the person who picks the niche to start off with and really masters that content is going to end up becoming a better creator faster. Now, I want to emphasize one thing, and that is I mentioned starting off in a niche, okay? If you're a large creator who already has an engaged following, you should start moving out of the niche. In fact, you won't be in your niche forever. You shouldn't plan to be in your niche forever. And in fact, you should be trying to move back up the food chain as you grow. So if you're an indie first-person shooter game reviewer, once you've like kind of nailed that content and you like generating a bit of traction there, go up into the first-person shooter game reviews niche. And once you've kind of like nailed that area and like people are really appreciating you there, you can go up into the game reviews niche. And heck, if you can master that area, you can go up into the market, which is where you pretty much just become a personality and your personality becomes your niche, right? It's like KSI. People don't watch KSI because of the game he's playing. They watch KSI because he's KSI. But you can't start off there. You are a small creator. Nobody knows about you. And I apologize, I don't say this in a mean way, but nobody cares about you. So you need to start off by picking a type of content where you can build yourself up and then move up, as opposed to trying to start up in the massive market or even sub-market and get your ass handed to you by all these massive creators.